this is a very hot topic. If you haven't read the new chapter, please leave this video right now or you will be spoiled on a major event that occurred recently. I don't know why I just did that. This is big news. And we're just gonna go down the rabbit hole. So we're gonna talk about every possible connection to what transpired in this recent chapter. But before that, the connection I would like for you guys to make is to that subscribe button. If you have not subscribed, drop a like as well so that we can delve deep into the possible connections of Luffy's Gomu Gomu no Mi and prophecy or destiny, not necessarily prophecy today. I think that's a very important topic though, because a lot of people are worried about that because of what was revealed in the recent chapter, Luffy being a child of prophecy or destiny is all but confirmed. Also, people think Luffy being that would take away from his free will and the theme of One Piece and what the story is trying to get across. I wonder how much, let's say Luffy is a child of prophecy or the destiny child, like for instance Naruto, would that ruin One Piece? Would that change the story or corrupt the story forever? Do we understand what it means to be the child of prophecy? Do we understand prophecy versus reincarnation versus destiny? So honestly, we'd have to get into that another day, because today we're going to talk about the Gomu Gomu no Mi and why there have been instances and hints where you could feel that it is special. For me, I do think it's special to an extent because it is a devil fruit. I think I saw a YouTube video one time where it was like the top 10 most rare devil fruits, and I was like, huh, that's interesting. I mean, I guess it worked because it had views, right? But Anyway, for devil fruits, there's only one of each. So for the Gomu Gomu no Mi, it would make sense that the world government would want it. But we have to go back a bit from the very beginning with the Gomu Gomu no Mi, when Luffy first ate the fruit. When he first ate it, of course, everyone around him was surprised. And a lot of people, including myself, feel like they don't believe in eating devil fruits, but they were collecting devil fruits for whatever reason. So they had the Gomu Gomu no Mi. After Luffy ate the fruit, Lucky Roo commented and said, the fruit we got from the enemy ship is no longer here. And of course, Luffy ate the Gomu Gomu no Mi. Shanks then goes on and bets his arm on the new era. And of course, the story started. I think I saw a comment where it said, Shanks goes to Who's Who's ship and says, I'm going to end this man's career and start a new manga, right? Because Rob Huchi's career was effectively done after losing the Gomu Gomu no Mi. So for someone like that, a member of CP9 whose talent rivaled Rob Lucci's, they discarded him after losing this fruit. This in itself speaks to its importance, but for the world government, that's what they do. So now I have a bunch of questions. For Shanks, did you sacrifice your arm because Luffy is Luffy or because he ate that fruit? Secondly, how did you know about this fruit? Did you specifically attack this ship to get the fruit? And what was the purpose? What were you doing? We did get some more insight in the Vivre card recently for Lucky Roo, in which it said that Lucky Roo specifically was the one to steal the devil fruit, and that is in Lucky Roo's Vivre card, you know, the data books that Oda releases from time to time. So they stole the fruit for a specific reason. They knew what type of fruit it was. Some people have been speculating that maybe they were trying to get the Yami Yami no Mi, and the Gomu Gomu and the Yami Yami in regards to appearance, they're somewhat similar, but you know, who knows? So this chapter brings into question Shanks's motives. Again, I don't think Shanks is evil. I don't think Shanks is that type of person, but you start to question things, like the reasoning behind things. I mean, the importance of the fruit continues because, I mean, this is further along, but in Dressrosa, Burgess, we know for the Blackbeard pirates, they were hunting devil fruit users or hunting devil fruits, and then Burgess turned on Luffy and said he was going to take his devil fruit power. Something also that's interesting, but this is somewhat of a stretch, where people are also speculating, Blackbeard saying, if the world government isn't going to do anything with it, then I might as well use it, right? Where people are saying, is he talking about Luffy's devil fruit? I don't think so. That doesn't make sense. But this is another indication based on Dressrosa that Luffy's devil fruit could be a lot more than we think it is. With the world government though, we know they go after devil fruits. They went after Law's devil fruit, which was worth 5 billion berry, and they were willing to trade with Diaz barrels to get the devil fruit before it was intercepted by Corazon, and of course Doflamingo and all of that. But something that was interesting when rereading that entire saga, Doflamingo got wind of this devil fruit or this deal, and it was top secret. Even when Corazon brought it up to Sengoku, he was like, how do you know about that? That is top secret. So for Shanks, unless it was just happenstance, right, where Lucky Roo went on a ship and they had a devil fruit, how did they know? That's why we need more information, because if they specifically targeted this fleet or this ship that was being protected by CP9, I would like to know how they found out. Of course, Shanks already has connections because he was able to meet with the Gorosei, but would the Gorosei meet with Shanks if they knew that he specifically specifically targeted a ship to take a devil fruit from them? That's also a question. Bonnie's fruit. Post-Marine Ford, Blackbeard captured Bonnie, and then he was going to turn Bonnie over to the world government. Akainu shows up, and Akainu says something to the effect of, "Chills went down our spine when I heard that you ran away from the world government." The inclination here is that more than likely they value her devil fruit. And because of her devil fruit, they value her. So that means that 3 of the supernovas so far, they want their devil fruit powers. Bonnie, Law, and Luffy. For what reason? Luffy's devil fruit is the Gomu Gomu no Mi. Law's devil fruit is the Opi Opi no Mi. Bonnie's is the whatever it is, but it has something to do with age manipulation. Laws, we understand. The ageless surgery or the immortality surgery, who wouldn't want that? Especially the world government. A lot of people assume that the celestial dragons, the Gorosei in particular, have used it on themselves already, but who knows? For Bonnie's fruit and aging, it's somewhat in line, where for both fruits, age and somewhat time is important. For Luffy's fruit, the Gomu Gomu no Mi, I guess blunt damage is the only thing I can think of. Does Luffy's devil fruit have a special ability that we don't know about? Not sure. Now, another reason could be lineage factor research, where Luffy's devil fruit may be an easier devil fruit to replicate because it is the Gomu Gomu no Mi, and maybe that could have been a fruit that Vegapunk and his research team felt like they could use to manipulate or to take factors from that to create other devil fruits, or to create artificial devil fruits, or maybe recreate an artificial rubber fruit. When you think of all the devil fruits in the world, that doesn't seem to be too crazy in comparison to what Vegapunk has done already, right? So that could be a reason why they want it. Another thing that was interesting was Hirogoro, and he talked about Luffy, and when Luffy transformed to Gear 4, he said Luffy looked like a guardian deity, and we saw the guardian deity somewhat floating over the Fire Festival, and it looked just like Luffy's Gear 4. A lot of Wano's customs seem to be really ancient, and Wano more than likely was at some point occupied by the ancient kingdom because they have so many connections with the Kozuki, the Minks, and of course when you think of someone like Toki, who was from Wano but had never been to Wano, it then raises your suspicion. So is Luffy's devil fruit a relic of the past? Does it have something to do with the foreshadowing of the future? Meaning the person who eats Luffy's devil fruit, who transforms into this guardian deity, that's the person to look out for in the future? Or to put it simply, that's Joy Boy? Who knows? People have also been talking about the poneglyph. What if Luffy's devil fruit in particular was mentioned on a poneglyph? With the poneglyphs, there's some that give information and of course some that give location. It wouldn't be far-fetched that something or some mention of the Gomu Gomu no Mi, or maybe was mentioned in Joy Boy's story. So therefore the world government is trying to take hold of all these important artifacts to prevent Joy Boy from doing what he needs to do, because they're trying to keep the ancient kingdom, the Void Century, basically a secret. They don't want the people to know what happened. And then that goes back to Shanks and why Shanks decided to bet himself or bet his arm on the new era, because if it's essentially a prophecy, things just kind of fell in line. Obviously, Shanks was not trying to give Luffy the devil fruit. Luffy just happened into the devil fruit, and here we have this kid who said the same thing that Roger said. Now he eats that devil fruit. I gotta give him my hat. Now Shanks intentionally sacrificing his arm because Luffy ate this devil fruit, and because Luffy said these words. People are saying that's manipulation, but I think that's hilarious. But as amazing as it could be, it leaves us with so many questions. Because collecting artifacts, you think of Imu-sama and the straw hat, and Luffy's poster having a sword through it. What is the end game here? I think the most popular thing today is that this devil fruit belonged to Joy Boy, right? And therefore Luffy acquiring this devil fruit and having this power, be it chance, fate, whatever, it all but confirms Luffy's importance, Luffy's greatness, Luffy's future. There's a crazy theory going around that Rouge was the one who had the Gomu Gomu no Mi, and that's why she was able to keep Ace within her for so long. I think that's hilarious. But did Roger seek out Rouge for that specific reason? Because we know Roger, he said his son was going to be the one to find the One Piece. His son was going to be the one to do so many different things. We're like, you don't have a son. So again, it leads to so many different theories and mysteries. One of my favorite ones, which is kind of out there, is that the world government, they were trying to get to Gomu Gomu no Mi because it's a counter to Whitebeard, who is trying to, or who has the power, had the power to destroy the world. And therefore the Gomu Gomu no Mi is going to be important going against Blackbeard because it has basically canceling mechanisms where Blackbeard can't go berserk when Luffy's around. A bit far-fetched, but I like it. Checks and balances. We know the world government is all about that, but man, it is insane. Something that I've been thinking about is that Luffy's devil fruit is one of the origin fruits. What are the origin fruits? Well, the origin fruits are fruits that are the origin of all devil fruits, whereas where from these devil fruits, these origin fruits, other devil fruits were made. So when we think of devil fruits who counter or they're probably stronger than their counterpart, they come from one of the origin fruits. And the world government, they're trying to monopolize them because those fruits, they all have a special ability, like the Opi Opi no Mi, like Bonnie's fruit, and now I think like Luffy's devil fruit. Just a theory, but something that I was thinking about. I suppose I have to mention this because a lot of people are talking about it and referencing it. Let's kick the tires. So one of the things as well is the Gomu Gomu no Mi possibly belonging to Zebec or previously belonging to Zebec or Roger. Roger, I think, is very unlikely. We've seen Roger in action. We've seen people that have met Roger, fought against Roger, and they've had no reaction to Luffy using his devil fruit. It would be very odd if Luffy has Roger's devil fruit, has Roger's hat, was trained by Roger's crewmate, and no one has mentioned the connection at this point. That would ruin the immersion. That, in my opinion, would not make sense. Zebec, that's a lot more believable. He's been effectively erased from history. Even Marines, even some of the higher ups, the newer Marines had to be briefed on who Zebec was because he doesn't exist in any books. So his devil fruit being a mystery, I like that. I don't mind that at all. I would just like to see how that would be incorporated with Garp and Roger and Rayleigh, and just for it to make sense. It's a cool theory, just doesn't have much substance or legs right now. It's just something that would be cool with Zebec and Luffy having that connection, even though a lot of people feel like Blackbeard is somewhat the reincarnation or the son, or in some way connected to Zebec, so it'd be somewhat ironic that Luffy has Zebec's devil fruit. So for Blackbeard, Roger isn't waiting for him. Zebec essentially wouldn't be either, because Luffy, in some odd way, would be carrying on his will. It's a weird thing. Oda likes playing with that, so we'll see. Needless to say, guys, we're not going to stop speculating at any point, because it's gotten to the point that we've gone back to Romance Dawn, the prototype of One Piece, where Oda had Garp, the character that's supposed to be Garp, mention to Luffy that his devil fruit that they got from an enemy ship is worth 5 billion berry, the same amount as Law's devil fruit. Now again, this is not in the One Piece canon story, but this is something that One Piece is based off of. So if Luffy's devil fruit is worth 5 billion as well, we know what the Opi Opi can do. What can the Gomu Gomu no Mi do? Yes, Luffy has done an amazing job to train and transform into all these different things, but was this just destiny? Was this prophecy? This was gonna happen anyway because he looks just like the guardian deity? Bro, we have so many questions, not enough answers, but it's all very interesting. Typically a video like this we don't talk about till Tuesday or Wednesday. We had to talk about this immediately. It is that important. But guys, give me your thoughts. Leave all your theories below. If we get some good ones, we'll have a follow-up video talking about the best theories and what's most likely. But guys, give me your thoughts. Make sure to like the video if you did. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Follow me on Twitter at BragoDAce. Follow me on Instagram at BragoD.Ace. Thank you to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Guys, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
I start doubting me, I felt lost. I rewrite it.